Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me for the Craft with 5 challenge hosted by Bourbon Creek Crafts here on YouTube. At the beginning of the year, Beth came up with a list, and each month we use these 5 things in our project. Doesn't have to be a card, it could be scrapbook pages or anything. I see a pattern that I've been doing cards, maybe I'll keep that up. For June, it's like it was meant for me. Star, red, blue, strips, and paint. Each month, I'm just playing and having a great time with this challenge. Who knows, maybe it will give Smash Our Stash a run for its money as my favorite challenge. On here, what I did is you can see that I have stars. I thought about die cutting them. You know, I have dies of stars and red and blue, and I did strips of the paper and then paint. And I had an idea that I wanted to make a red, white, and blue card. Like it just, sometimes it comes together and you have an idea. I also wanted it to be personalized. So what I did for my paint is I did a paint smush. That's a very technical term. I haven't done it on my channel in a while, so let me give you the basic idea. It's very complex. If you're new here, I'm not sure you'll be able to handle it, okay? Take some cardboard or something, and you can use a 6x6 pad. Put some dots of paint, pretty big, like 1/4 inch, like big toothpaste, and then smush, and then open it and let it dry. I used texture paste in here, which was a little wild, and I probably wouldn't put on a card, and it made it so the paint didn't lay flat. I don't know if you can see that. I will use it though. I'll use it probably in a journal or somewhere where I want a little more texture and mess. That was the first time I've ever used texture paste, and honestly, I used it because I couldn't find the white paint as fast as I wanted. I didn't use that on the card. I kind of liked the gray that it made here. So then after I let it dry overnight. I have been crafting long enough that I now know there are techniques that can go very badly, and if you didn't wait, you would end up with a mess in your dies. So let it dry. It's really ideal to do a bunch of them at once and then just set them out to dry if you don't have cats. But this time I just did the one because I knew exactly what I wanted. Then I have alphabet dies. A viewer sent them to me years ago. Probably not something I would have bought, but turns out I love them. I use dad, mom, short names. Can you hear my stomach growling? I use them a lot for Amy. So then I just cut them out, and I sort of picked strategic because I wanted a lot of blue, so I had nice contrast on the red and white. If I had gotten into the white too much, I decided it would wash out a little bit and I wouldn't like it. So I have Amy die cut, then I have a mirror paper right here and a thinking of you, and then I used some of the glitter enamel dots. I think she would like a little bling. And then look at this, probably a King Charles, cute little spaniel. You know me, I like all the breeds, but oh, those little King Charles, they are cute. The other thing that I wanted you to see about this card, in case you aren't aware, is this is the Not Too Shabby Shop paper and bling. I did a video on that because I was a guest designer last month. I am in love with this paper. It has a little bit of a sheen, which you might not be used to working with, but it gives your cards a more polished look, a little different than you're probably used to, so it's fun to branch out. And I do love to support American small businesses. I will try and remember to put a card to link to that. I'll also find you a video of paint smushing. Again, very complex. I don't know. I'm not sure it's for everyone. Paint smushing is a great way to make customized embellishments for your project. You can choose the colors. You know, you can get a $1 bottle of paint and make it match almost anything. Be a little careful in the reds. It can get away from you and you might not like the result. But if you're in a fun springy color that you like, you really can't go wrong. That is my card. I think she will like it, and I think it's super fun. And then on this one, I went a little, not so matchy, and I had a strip of paper for the inside, but I put some dog washi on the inside. I thought that'd be more fun. Be sure to check out the other collaborators and see what they made. It's a playlist, so you don't have to mess with links. So just go to the description box below. You can expand it if you're not familiar with that, and check that out. Next month, July, is circle, black, image stamp, coloring medium. Oh, Beth's gonna make us color, and border. Okay, we shall see for July. All right, thanks so much for watching. I hope you're taking great care of yourselves and taking time for crafting and relaxing. And if you can hear Zelda screaming, it is not a crisis here. It is almost time for the auto feeder to drop the food, and she just likes to yell anyway. Bye-bye.